So with all the procedures I'm doing, I figured I'd do a wee quick video just showing my current skincare routine. I've just been trying to keep it really basic, non-invasive, you know, not too many actives so it doesn't upset all the mad damage that I'm doing to my face. So first of all, I don't wear heavy makeup every day. Sometimes I do, but not every day. So I mean, I don't need to double cleanse all the time. But I mean, a few times a week I will use one of these two oils. The Kose Softymo one is good, really good, because it's definitely more water than it is oil. It goes on really easy, it's not thick and slimy, you don't feel that it's suffocating your skin. The Bioessence one does feel like all of those things, and it's got about 7 essential oils in it, which is terrible for your skin, so I don't use it often. I mean, once it's done, that's it, I'm not buying it again. But the Kose Softymo one's awesome. There's lots of different ones in the range to suit your skin, and also when you buy it, once you've bought a plastic bottle for it, you can then just buy the refill packet. So again, saves you money, saves the environment, blah blah blah. And after you use those, you can use like a microfiber cloth to rub it off, but I don't want to exfoliate my face too much. So for the most part, I'll actually, once I've put the oil on, I'll just wash it, splash it off with water, especially that Kose Softymo one, because it's very liquid anyway, it's not really slimy, and I'm gonna just about to wash my face anyway. And then I use this Face Facts one, which is a dupe for the CeraVe Ceramide facial cleanser, which isn't expensive anyway, but something that can be a bit of a pain on Amazon to buy. The stocks shortages just seems a bit all over the place. So this one, you get a bucket of it for just a couple of pounds. It's super cheap. It's just a nice, really basic, light cleanser, and it's awesome. And because you get so much of it, use it as a body wash and stuff as well. That's what I've been doing. I mean, just bathing in the stuff. And then I use this Sensei facial cleanser device. I mean, it does have like 3 different settings, different LEDs. I mean, the LED obviously isn't going to do anything to your skin at all because it's not on your face that long, and the LED is absolutely minuscule in size. So I just mostly use the LEDs as an indicator of the current function it's on. Don't assume the actual LED light is going to be doing much. I mean, it's not doing any harm, but silly. So I just have on the blue mode all the time. It just says is just for the face wash ones. I mean, you can flip it over and you've got the metal side and you can electrocute yourself. But I mean, again, I don't really do that. I think I tried it once, to be honest, and then I didn't bother. I need to try it again. But yeah, so I just lit 1 foot over my face, just so at least it's getting in all the pores, especially around my nose. Make sure, because it helps remove blackheads, because it gets all the cleanser deep and just vibrates it into the pores a little bit. And then that's it, all done. So I use a homemade serum, which is a dupe of the SkinCeuticals CE and Ferulic Acid serum, and that's just far too expensive, and I'm very poor, so I can't afford it, so I make my own. And I have started making a video just with instructions showing you how to do that, so hopefully I'll get that out next week, and at least then you'll be able to make it at home, because £165 for a bottle of 30ml bottle of serum, no thank you. So I use this homemade one, so that's my first step. My vitamin E, and it's 15% vitamin C, I think. I mean, I should know, so I made it, but I just can't remember. Yes, it is 15%. Next, I just use the snake venom. I mean, it's not so important now because I had to have like Botox and stuff. So I had this, anything that's kind of a Botox alternative isn't really, is it? No, it's not. So I'm just using this because I've had the bottles for a while and I'm just working through it. I'm unlikely to buy it again. But actually, when I did start using it a year or so ago, I did actually notice the difference. You can feel it if you use it twice a day. It is only meant to work for about 12 hours. You can actually buy the ingredients on its own as well, because again, with my DIY things, I was just going to make my own. But I mean, just use 4% of that Senaki, and at least that's kind of, because it's a mimetic of the venom of the temple adder snake, which is meant to be like has the strongest paralytic poison. So it's not like an extract of the venom, it's just an artificial reconstruction of the paralytic poison, and that's all that stuff is. And so I put it on my glabella a little bit, my nasolabial folds, and just around my eyes, and then kind of, at least then it's just like worked in the focus areas, and then my next step's kind of smidge it around the place. Next is the niacinamide. Again, usually I make my own, but I forgot and then I ran out, and so I've just been using this one. It's not great for my skin because it's 15%, which is just far too strong. I mean, you'll need 15% if you have, you know, acne issues or like severe problems. So when I make my own, I normally make it about 6-7%, because even though most bottles are 10% anyway, again, you don't even need 10% niacinamide, it's silly, unless you've got skin issues. As for the face cream, again, because I've been trying to budget and I've been experimenting around, because things like, at least to me, a moisturiser is not important insofar as you don't need some 50 quid moisturiser, you just need something to put a bit of liquid in your face. So I usually use, like, you know, like the buckets of like the Nivea cream that kind of like your grandmother would use. I've got a few of them in my night time, because you get like a bucket for £5 and it's just really good. So I've been trying this one and it's kind of been okay, not too great though, so I think I probably won't buy it again. But again, it was just cheap, and that brand, I've got lots and lots of cheap serums. I've got like collagen serums, all sorts of things. So I've just been kind of working my way through just trying them all, just because they're such low cost. Finally, the sunblock. That is what I consider just the only 2 steps I consider important in my morning routine are the vitamin C and the sunblock. Everything else is just padding. And so the sunblock, I'm currently using this one. The Altruist is an awesome brand of sun cream, and this one is a little bit of a thick to put on, but it doesn't have a white cast. I mean, once you put it on, it's on, and they've got lots of different kinds as well. Other ones, this one's a sunscreen fluid, but and it is more of a thick cream, whereas I've got the other one, which again is 30 SPF, but it's definitely more of a, feels like a liquidy moisturiser, so it definitely goes on. There's no white cast to it at all, whereas I just kind of flip between the two. And so for my evening skincare routine, what I've been using at the present, so I've just been using the Labo hyaluronic acid, just using a smidgen. I mean, to be honest, you don't really need hyaluronic acid in anything, because they chuck it in everything nowadays. Just using the COSRX Snail Mucin. I mean, like halfway through the bottle, I haven't really noticed much of a difference yet, to be honest, but like all skincare, you just need to stick at it. I mean, by the time I've went through the bottle, then I'll decide whether to have it again. But I mean, it's not too expensive. I think it's like £20 for this, and it's 96% snail mucin. So I mean, I give that a go. So use those 2 first when I've just cleansed. But I mean, in my hand, then I use some like Beta-Glucan. So I'll put those 3 serums in my hand, plonk it on, and then leave it for a wee minute, and then got this hyaluronic spray. So once those 3 serums have kind of sunk in a little bit, I'll kind of re-wet my skin with that spray just to juice it up a little bit. Oh, these 2 have been quite good. So that's a hyaluronic acid and ceramide serum, and that's a collagen and peptide one. Again, these 2, whether I use them, buy them again, not too sure, just because they're cheap. So I've been trying it. That face facts again, this is the collagen one. But again, it doesn't even say percentages, and it was really low cost. So collagen serums tend to be quite expensive as well. So how much collagen is actually in this? No idea. But I mean, because I've been using the threading, I wanted to at least help my body give it a little bit of collagen. That's just one of my evening potions. For the life of me, I can't actually remember what was even in it, but I do, every time I make like a potion, I'll put it in like a spreadsheet, so I'll check on what the ingredients were in that, because I can't even remember. Oh yeah, and see, there's the bucket, because this stuff is just awesome. I mean, it's massive, and it's just like so wet. Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome. It's just like old-fashioned rubbish moisturiser, but it's just so yummy. But then obviously, the most important step, if it's upside down, is trying on. So I mean, this I'll use first, like on my virgin skin before all those potions, because then at least it's getting into my skin first. Just use pea-sized amount, plonk it on, job's good. Do it on the back of my hands as well. And I mean, I've been using Venom for donkeys. And yet it did take a while to like jump up the percentages, because remember when I first started using it, it just felt like I'd sunburn. It was just so painful. But yeah, I've been using it for years and years, so yeah, hopefully it's doing its job. But yep, so yeah, and then that's it, nothing else. Oh yeah, I do have like an eye cream, but I mean, you don't really need an eye cream, because I mean, they're just doing the exact same thing that all your other serums and moisturisers, and most specific eye creams are just the exact same formulation of the matching moisturiser, but the L'Oreal or whoever just paid for the licensing to say that it's, you know, eye safe, the ingredients. So, but you don't need it. I just occasionally, if my eyes are a bit dry, whatever, I'll plonk a little bit on. So it's always good to kind of have someone stand by. On the toner that I use sometimes is just this one. And it's quite good. And this, I'll just do on my, again on the virgin skin, just put a little bit in your hand, rub it on. You don't need to, like, you know, cotton swab and wipe it all off and all that shenanigans. But I'll only use the toner on a night when I'm not using retinol. Definitely retinol, oh yeah. So this one is just a retinol fluid, like a serum, you know, like the ones you get from the Ordinary or whatever. But again, this one, super cheap. I can't even remember what percentage it says. Does it say? 1% encapsulated retinol. Does that actually say 1%? Yeah, it does. So it's barely worth using. But on the days where maybe my skin's a bit sore or whatever, because that's the thing about skincare, I don't use this exact routine every single day regimented. You just do what your skin wants. If it feels a bit delicate or whatever, I won't use a single thing, and then I'll just cleanse my face, use moisturiser. I won't put on anything. Same with the retinol. If my skin feels too sore, I'll not use anything. Or if it feels a bit funny, I'll just use the retinol serum rather than using the tretinoin or anything. So yeah, you just need to play it by ear and see how it is. Oh yeah, and I've got these wee vibrating thing. So when you put on your serums, you know, just, and it does feel good for you, because obviously this one you can take your time doing. Was the one upstairs when I'm washing my face, you know, kind of boom, 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 you bam it through. Was that one is a bit more chilled, and then once you've got all your serums on of an evening, just like, nice and relaxed.